Hey guys, Duct here, bringing you some Battlefield 1. I just wanted to talk about what is considerably the best sniper rifle in Battlefield 1, that is the Martini-Henry. The reason I say considerably is because the fact that this gun is unlocked at Scout Rank 10, which would lead us to believe that it should be the best sniper rifle in the game, you would think. But is it really? Well, this video I'm going to break down my thoughts on the Martini-Henry, so feel free to share your personal experiences and thoughts on the gun down in the comments. At the time of me making this video, the Martini is my most used gun, which I'm currently sitting on just over 1,000 kills with, followed by the Russian 1895 on roughly 400 kills. So right off the bat, you know that I definitely prefer the Martini over any other scout weapon in the game as of right now. To be honest, I have barely used any other classes in BF1 yet, and the game's been out for a couple of weeks already. This is mainly due to the fact that I've been having so much fun using the Martini. The only reason I've strayed away from Scout is to get a couple of medals, which obviously required me to swap over to other classes, and it was fun and I enjoyed it, but not once did I get the feeling that the Martini gives while using it. The exhilaration I get from using this gun is just so good, and the combination of the sound and the satisfying one-shot kill when an enemy is in that perfect range is just unmatchable by any other gun I've used so far in the game. And I feel like the more and more I use this gun, the better I get with it, which is kind of obvious now that I think about it. Now, the Martini definitely is not for everybody, and I know there is a lot of Scout players who don't enjoy using the Martini because of how inconsistent and different it is compared to the other snipers. One of the biggest reasons a lot of Scout players don't use the Martini is because of its lack of scope. If you're a sniper going for those super long shots across the map, forget it with the Martini-Henry. The sweet spot for this gun is an enemy within 30 to 80 meters away, meaning anybody within this range, you will deal a full 100 damage, killing them instantly, considering you can hit them in the upper torso. Now, this is very much a medium range for a sniper rifle. I think I can honestly make a montage of just me hitting 99s with this gun because it happens so often and it is so very frustrating. Usually if they are below the 30 meters, so just say 29 or below, you can normally finish them off with your pistol by just pulling it out real quickly, firing off a couple pot shots in the direction, and you could usually kill them before they know what's going on. But if they're at the other end, just say 81 or higher, and you get that first shot off, they've got an entire 2.3 seconds before your next bullet is loaded into your chamber, which is heaps of time for them either to find cover or heal themselves if they're a medic. I've also snuck up behind somebody and point blanked them in the back. Literally my barrel was touching them and I think I did 90 damage or something. Unfortunately, I wasn't recording, but if you do find yourself in that situation, don't be a nub like me and shoot them in the head. That's my advice. Take it or leave it. I think I actually have around 300 kills with my MY911 and I've never once ran around with my sidearm. All those kills are just from me finishing off close range enemies which my Martini fails to kill. Now, once you get your head around the whole sweet spot range thing, you then need to factor in the bullet travel speed. The muzzle velocity for the Martini is 440 meters per second, which is the lowest out of all other Scout rifles, half the speed of the Gewehr 98's 880 meters per second. The next lowest is then the Gewehr M95 at 620 meters per second. What this means is that the Martini's bullet travel speed is horrible, and if your target is moving, you really need to lead your shots. Shoot where they're going, not where they are. Which is why I think this is one of the harder rifles to master out of the lot. The 30 to 80 meter range on the Martini really only suits a specific playstyle. For me, I definitely prefer the medium range sniping without scopes. The gun I used to get to Scout Rank 10 was the Russian 1895 infantry variant. Mainly due to the gun looking really cool, but also the fast fire rate was excellent for getting up nice and close and really contesting the objective with the Scout class. And in those situations, I would definitely prefer the Russian 1895 because of that fast fire rate being a lever action rifle. That being said, in my opinion, you should pick the gun right for your playstyle. Although I enjoyed attacking the objective with the Russian 1895 after unlocking the Martini and using it, I changed my playstyle along with it. I took a step back from the front line, which to be honest isn't really a place for the Scout class anyway, and I took a role of more like an overwatch over the objective as my team's assaults and medics moved in to take it. Although I have mentioned the Martini is only a medium range rifle, it isn't completely impossible to make some long shots. Every now and then I do give those 100+ meter shots a go, and every now and then I can hit them. Obviously not dealing the full 100 damage, but sometimes if another team member can finish them off, you will then be awarded with the assist counts as a kill. So is the Martini the best sniper rifle in Battlefield 1? Obviously I can't answer that question, and I don't think anybody can. In the end it comes down to the player and how much fun they have while playing the game. For some games I feel like sitting back and taking some long shots. Obviously I'm not going to use the Martini. Sometimes I feel like getting up and close and attacking the objective. Obviously I'm not going to use the Martini. But sometimes I turn on my Xbox and I boot Battlefield and I just want to have a lot of fun and feel like a real badass. Yes, I will use the Martini-Henry because I have fun using it. So I guess my conclusion for this video is that if you're looking up videos on YouTube to find the best sniper rifle in Battlefield 1, I doubt you're going to find it. I think I already mentioned it that the #1 reason I used the Russian 1895 was because it looked the best. So I played with it, I learned how it works, I adjusted my playstyle to that gun, and I became an effective player using it. As you can see from my gameplay and from this whole video, that the Martini is fucking great. 10 out of 10, IGN, would recommend. That is my opinion. I think it is the funnest gun to use, and I recommend you level up your scout to level 10, use the Martini, and you let me know what you think about the gun. That about wraps up my first video. If you're still watching now, thank you. Clearly the cringe wasn't that bad and you might have liked this video. Best thing you can do in that case is let me know how I went in the comments, or simply like or dislike this video. That way I will decide whether to make another video or go and jump off a bridge. That was a joke, by the way.